welcome back, everybody. I got another Saturday morning creative session for you guys. And for those of you guys who remember from last week, we started on this dragon piece. And what we did last time was we started with the board, got in with some water clay, just kind of flattened it out so that we had a base to work off of, and then just created this Chinese dragon shape, kind of almost like a snake, and seeing exactly how we wanted it to twist, how we wanted it to work. And then, with the head coming out the front. With this one, when I went back into it, I worked on it for a little bit this week, and the first thing I noticed was that the head was just too big. It was a little bit too large for the body, and so I didn't want to shrink the head because I was happy with the size of that. However, I did decide that I wanted to go ahead and I had to make the entire body, a little bit bigger. So that's what you're going to see me working on a lot here, is just adding more clay to the body so that it actually fits the head. Because before, the body was a little bit too small and it didn't look like it meshed right. It looked like it was a big-headed dragon, and then it just had this little body that couldn't even support or pick up the head. So a lot of this is just adding it in and making sure that I filled in some clay around the edges to make sure there weren't too many undercuts, going in and making sure that the body is actually rounded. And then what I actually did towards the end of this video is you're going to see me, I'm starting to kind of play around with some of the scales and seeing there's a few different ways and a few different techniques that you can use to do scales. However, I just wanted to play around and I'm not quite getting exactly where I want yet, but we're still in the exploring phase and just kind of having fun with it. So I dialed back in, the underside of the belly, got that scored in, and then started playing around with a few different ideas for how I wanted the scales. I'm not going to do it like I did with the koi fish and doing kind of a dragon's or a more of a fish type of scales. I kind of wanted to do more along the lines of a snake, and kind of what you would basically do is you'd follow the body and draw almost like cross-hatching all the way across the body. And you would have even lines going one way and then doing even lines going the opposite way. And what that'll create for you is these little diamond shapes. And then just kind of going in and taking away some clay, kind of shaping underneath the bottom edge of each of those will kind of make it look like they're a little bit raised. However, I'm still not exactly sure. I didn't kind of decide on a pattern or anything that I was actually happy with. So what I'm going to do is let you guys just continue to watch this. Hopefully you guys got some information from the last one. This one, kind of a quick video, just a little bit of progress, but not exactly sure where I want to go with it yet. And so I'm kind of going to set it aside, come back to it in a few days or a week and see if I still like it, what's working, what isn't working. And then after I do that, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and kind of tweak it, play around with it a little bit more, and maybe do some slow motion textures for you guys. But here you can see, this is as far as I got. Not a whole lot of progress, but I did make the body a lot bigger. There you can see I played around with the scales. Not 100% happy, but it's something I got. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Please let me know what you think. Go out there, get creative, and jump onto my Patreon page. Show some support. Help me to continue to make these videos. Help me to continue with my Little Heroes project. I also now have a lot of other tutorials, both free and for the paid subscribers. And guys, have an awesome week. Thank you so much for watching. Share with me what you got.